Mahabharata especially is an amazing, huge sort of book on which we can't stop thinking about it, writing about it, and there are lots of, it's also the way it starts. It is a narrative of Srivastava who goes to this ceremony where he reports on another ceremony where there is a sacrifice going on, and that sacrifice is really about this man trying to kill all the Nagas, and then that tells about how, Parikshit was stunned, and so it's a fold within fold within fold within fold, and it's a fascinating way of looking at it, and then also as Sarkar said, it kind of grew. It grew like a topsy, from small beginning, and I have often I've not written a good short book like this. As an academic, we can't write short books, so we have a problem. We write books with footnotes and things like that. But one of the things actually Kosambi said that you really think about it. The Pandavas, as they are called, they should be called Pandavas, but they're not Pandu's sons. They're Kaunteyas. Pandu has nothing to do with it. Pandu is kind of a stranger in this story. Yeah. Suddenly they come up and say, give us land. And since everybody Pandu can't have any sons, why should the Kauravas give them any land? Who are you? What kind of... And so this is a fight for the Delhi capital region, the national capital region. This is a world war on the national capital region. But some people turn up who have absolutely no legitimacy and claim that. And win. And some people have said that there are original stories in which the Kauravas win. They lead very decent lives. They don't marry multiple women. They don't, they're kind of very, very honest people, but they lose. So the good guys lose, the bad guys win. Anyway, so there are a number of variations in which one can think about the Mahabharata. It's so rich, and also Ramayana. So in daily political language, we use words like Lakshman Rekha. And everybody knows. You say Lakshman Rekha, you don't have to explain nothing. Everybody knows what Lakshman Rekha is, and everybody knows that. And so it's a story a civilization tells itself. And we tell it again and again and again. Now what Amit has done is basically for a new generation, which is only going to read short things. How do you excite their curiosity? And the curiosity is basically that a young person can be quite iconoclastic about received stories. And he is very iconoclastic, and partly by being irreverent and pointing out about how it's very much like the ninjas and clones and sort of modern things, and also that you can reinterpret the stories as basically Mahabharata being progressive and feminist, because the women basically control the flow of narrative, and basically and how the Ramayana is a subsequent story. The Ramayana, as it were, is a patriarchal response to Mahabharata, and that is an issue which ought to create a lot of interesting debate as to whether you have the 9th free Mahabharata, which is in kind of, he calls it hunter-gatherer, third call it the pastoral civilization, and there property rights are still being defined. The legitimacy of who succeeds. Mahabharata is about how it takes generations for a legitimate person to succeed. And finally, who succeeds? The son of the widow of the boy who is the son of the junior wife of the younger son. Succeeds to the whole kingdom, and everybody else is dead. That's what Parikshit is. Parikshit is son of Uttara. Uttara is the wife of widow of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is the daughter, is son of Subhadra, and Subhadra is the wife of Arjuna. None of these people have any legitimacy by primogeniture or anything like that. So one interpretation is basically they were really trying to decide about who inherits. And from the time that Bhishma gives up his right to throne, it's all about who succeeds on the throne. And that. And it's, by the time you come to Ramayana, and he says, it's all shut down. There are really rules of succession, and the surprise is that Ram cannot succeed immediately, although he is the right to it. But his right is never denied. Bharat doesn't deny Ram's rights. He waits for 14 years, whatever it is, to become right. To me, the curiosity is, and I think, since he has not pointed it out, I'll get my little tippity worth of it, is actually Sita. And I think a lot of people, you're sort of saying, so basically Ramayana shut it down and it's all patriarchal and so on. But Sita is a fascinating person because she doesn't actually bear Ram any children till he becomes king. Now, it takes a lot of waiting, I looked up as to when Ram actually goes to the forest. And very few people know. He was 27 when he went to forest. So he'd been married for about 12 years by then already. Child marriage. And then they got 14 years in jail, in forest. And then when they come back, she said, okay, now you can have children. So, what a control over your reproductive rights. This is a woman of immense willpower and control. And she said, okay, these are my conditions under which I'll give you children. And that to me is fascinating because she is like Kunti. Kunti chooses who she's going to have children with. And her choices are very, very interesting. I mean, you say Surya and all that, but you know what's going on. She finds four different men to have children by. That is control. And so anyway, I don't want to. So there are lots of possibilities in these books, and I hope that people will be inspired by it, and maybe as Rakas said, we could call it Ramayana and get some rum companies to sponsor the book. This is the best advertisement for rum. Okay, so congratulations. Thank you all for coming.